welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. My name is Cilla, and I'm on a quest to use the supplies that I already own. And let's be honest, the supplies that are still coming in because I keep ordering. So we're going to talk about that. But for right now, let's talk about these 3 fall collections that I pulled out to use this month. I pulled out Fall Break by Cartabella. I can't remember the name of this one because I've torn it off. Hello Fall, which was also by Cartabella. And it's going to bug me that I don't know the name of this one. But anyway, it was an Echo Park collection. These are the leftovers that I have. I think I did pretty darn good with the stickers. And these are the scraps that I have left over. I feel really good about those as well. And I have a full sheet of cut-aparts. I have this, another sheet of, I think this is Fall is in the Air. That's it. That's the name of the collection. Fall is in the Air. This is the title page, but it's got the cut-aparts on this side. So these are the full sheets that I have left from those 3 collections. I'm really proud of how much I used up. So let's go quickly through the layouts. This is a photo of my husband and his beautiful sister. This layout is kind of going progressively through the season. So this is when we first did our front porch. Our mums were not bloomed out. We bought them purposely. Yes, purposely. You know what? I'm not going to use that word. On purpose. We bought them so that they would bloom out as time went by. And this is a week ago. They were looking very full and beautiful. I want to talk a little bit about these because I used the frames because I used them on several layouts. As I was going through my embellishments, I found 2 packs of the Simple Stories Hello Today chipboard frames. And I thought, you know what? I think there's enough fall kind of colors in the scheme to make it work. And so I used it around this picture of my husband. He was putting his shoes on the front porch. And I thought this was funny because it says still falling for you every day. And I am. I love him. He is amazing. But he was kind of stumbling around while he was putting his shoes on. And I thought that was a funny turn on the phrase. These are some beautiful trees that are in our neighborhood turning colors. Makes me so excited. And this layout is my great niece who just turned 1. It's another one of those frames. This layout is about a date my husband and I went on many years ago. It was to the Melting Pot, and it's all fondue. And we had a wonderful dinner. I had never eaten fondue before, and it was just a really, really wonderful night. And this is part of that same date night. My husband flew in to Knoxville Airport, and I had him picked up by limousine. And we went on our date, and then the driver took us back to our cabin in the Smoky Mountains in Pigeon Forge. And I think I've shown these layouts before. This is my husband when he was very much in denial about wearing glasses. And this is fussy cut. Every single element is fussy cut out of a floral paper and just layered to make the border. This is photos of our our yard last year during the pandemic when we weren't able to travel, and we were watching our house through the Nest Cam, and it hurt my feelings that our driveway was completely covered with leaves. I love to rake leaves, by the way. And it was one of those moments that, you know, I'm thankful for our home up here. I'm thankful for the relationship I have with my husband. But I was sad that the leaves were just completely covering our driveway and we weren't able to clean it up and to make our yard look nice. I shouldn't have worried too much because it got really windy shortly after this and our driveway was completely cleaned. And this is a layout about tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. I just think that is a wonderful combination. It is definitely part of our comfort food arsenal. So that is the layouts really quickly. Now we're going to talk about something, an organization issue. Issue is not the right word. I've had to change how I'm organizing in behind me. And I'll insert a photo here that shows what it looks like now once I've gotten finished. And I'm going to show you this from Better Homes and Gardens. I got this from Walmart. There are other brands. But what impressed me is this part here. So it's 12.75 inches wide, but it's 15 inches deep. I am cheating the system. I fully admit it, because in the cubbies, you're limited to those 13 inches. And since right now I am the way that I'm organizing, I'm keeping, if I have a collection and I have ephemera, washi, enamel, dots, any elements that go with the collection, I keep them in the same bag. Well, that is bulky and it takes up a lot of space. So those being restricted to those 13 inches, if it was just paper, it would be a whole lot of paper. And I do have a lot of paper. I'm not saying I don't. I do. But these 15 inches, and friends, this is when inches matters. And anyway, let's just keep moving on. Those extra inches allowed me to put that bulk going backwards and taking up the space going backwards through the cubby instead of left to right in the cubby. So I was able to get everything put up. It is not organized. This is not the final rendition. The canvas drawers are not going to be for a forever home because it's tough to see what I have in the back, but it allows me to keep it stored at the moment because when I get to the point that I'm going through my seasons, then I can purge, and in the process of purging, reduce how much I have. I'm just not to that point yet. Right now, I just need everything put up. Now that we've talked about that, we also need to talk about some happy mail that I received. And I'm going to go off on a tangent in that conversation. But first of all, I received from Karen Yeagle. She is a creative memories consultant. And she sent me some ephemera, now she makes flair herself. But she sent me this ephemera and a little personal note that just thanks me for being a customer of hers. A piece of cardstock. It's really, really cute. She sent me some Creative Memories sketches, a little booklet that has sketches in it. And she sent me a catalog. Now, this is just a really personal way to say thank you for being a customer. And it reminds me that when I'm allocating my dollars to share with small businesses, to remember to support the small businesses that I've elected to support. So I order from Creative Memories, Karen Yeagle. Her channel is Yes Please Paper Crafts. She has three Facebook groups. Two of them are pertaining to the Yes Please Paper Crafts, and one of them is pertaining to her Creative Memories customers. But going back to allocating our scrappy dollars, I do try to support small businesses. I order from Creative Memories, Karen Yeagle. I order from Becky Bidding for Close to My Heart. And I do not have a consultant for Stampin' Up, but I don't order a lot from Stampin' Up. So typically if there's something that comes across my radar that's from Stampin' Up and I want it, I just go to the website and order. Next, I got some happy mail from Donna. Her channel is Scrapping in the Sticks. And this is just a little personal message that she has for me, because in the beginning of when we moved and I was so overwhelmed with what I have, she just kept telling me, you haven't used it yet. So my first initial, just that gut reaction was just to purge a ton. But there's a lot that I really like. And so I wanted to keep it. And one of her pieces of wisdom to me was, you haven't used it yet. So she made this for me. I love it. I can't wait to hang it up. She included gingham because she knows I love gingham. But this is just so personal and so sweet. I just love it. That is my happy mail that I've received. I have... we're going to talk about next month. No, first, let's talk about, I got all my notes. Let's talk about what I've done in October. So, for the Counterfeit Kit Challenge group and the Mini Kit Monday Challenge group, I used 27 papers and I created 6 layouts. For the 3 fall collections that I pulled, I used 38 papers and created 11 layouts. For the Turn, Twist, Flip, a Sketch, I used 81 pieces of pattern paper and cardstock, plus a 6x8 paper pad, which was 36 pieces. I created 12 base pages, and I fully intended to create layouts with those base pages. But you know what? The color scheme it's not fall enough for me. And I'm not going to push myself to do it. I'm just not. I've put those base pages aside. I've put the rest of that kit aside with the embellishments. And I will come back around to it later. Now, let's talk about next month. So, before I talk about next month, I have to tell you I've been bamboozled. Because my friend Teresa, God love her, issued the challenge that I talk about what comes in as well as what I'm using. And so what's going out, what's my burn rate. And my burn rate this month sounds really good. So the 81 pieces of pattern paper and cardstock plus the 6x8 paper pad, that was my burn rate this month. I'm proud of that. But then stuff that I ordered forever ago started coming in, and it wasn't just my collections, my subscriptions. So back in April, I went ahead and applied to get the next Crop and Create delivered class. Well, it came in this month. The class is not until November, but the box came in this month, and it is just chock full of paper and embellishments and goodies, and it's so exciting. But I'm telling you, my gut kind of churned a little bit when I saw that box, because I knew I was going to have to be honest about it. Now, that's a weekend event. I cannot share what's inside the box, but I'm not concerned about it cluttering up my space, because the majority, I would say 90% of what's in that box is going to be used up in a weekend classes event type thing. So that came in, but it already has a purpose. The other thing that came in was I had pre-ordered the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Country. It's beautiful. I knew I was going to order it. I fully, because of the supply issues and the shipping issues, I honestly did not think I would see it until December. Well, it came in this month, of course. And I have that. And one other thing came in. I had ordered Sunflower Market from Cartabella. That came in. So I'm going to be using the Vintage Country next month, as well as Sunflower Market. I just have to show you one piece of paper in this Sunflower Market that just blows my socks off. I'm digging through. I'll get to it, I promise. Okay, number one, it's Cartabella, so that's a plus. But I have to show you this floral. Oh, is that not just the most beautiful thing? Look at it. I love, love, love. I think I would have liked this floral anyway, because it's kind of watercolorish. You know, it has the lighter and the darker tones. So it has that dimension and depth. But then they went back and they did this kind of whimsical pencil or pen inked over the flowers. And I stinking love that. Oh my gosh. I just love that piece of paper. I wish I had many, many of these. So cute. So this really looks like one of those little tablecloths. But this, for Pete's sake, I love this paper. I love it. I just had to share that with y'all. So if the Sunflower Market is tempting to you, I can testify that it is beautiful. So we're gonna put that up. So I'm not going to do a ton of haul videos on this channel, because the purpose is to use things up. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to focus on. It helps to keep me alert and aware and honest, accountable, whatever words you want to throw in there. I need all the help I can get. So I'm trying my best to stay focused on what I'm using. And so challenges help me do that. My friend Teresa, her channel is For the Love of Paper Crafting. She has a new series that has started called Scrap Lift Spotlight series. And she just kind of asked, you know, if anybody wanted to join in, and I raised my hand and said, yes, I definitely will, because as far as a time commitment, it's just 4 layouts for the month of November, and I can do that. I can totally do that. The challenge, is to scrap lift some layouts in a magazine, and she suggested scrapbooking cards today. So fortunately, I've got the latest scrapbooking cards today. I will go through it and pick out 4 layouts to use to scrap lift, and I'll get those put up next month. I'm going to be working with the 2 collections. I've got the event that I'm going to be doing. So I'm not sure as far as content, how many videos I'll be sharing next month, but I will step in time to time and share with what's going on, because I'm pretty sure in some of my downtime I'll still be organizing. That's going to take me probably a year. And I'm being generous by saying that, but it will probably take me a year to get this room singing to the point where I can just turn around, immediately go to what I want. I have a general idea where things are right now because I assigned zones, but I still find myself digging and not being able to just go right to what I know I have. That's just something that has to change, and it's going to take time to get to the point where I want to be. If you are, this is a change of subject, by the way. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, Crafty Low or No Spend, and would like to join, I would love to see you over there. We have some great conversations going. We are very near 1,000 members, and I'm going to do a giveaway. So I have a stencil and some embellishments, and I bought 2 of these accidentally. So somebody's going to get these thinlits. And you know what? By the time we get up to 1,000 members, there may be a little something more in that giveaway. But that's coming up. And we've got Thanksgiving coming up. And we also have, for the Crafty Low and No Spend group, we're going to be working on the Adventelope challenge. And I will definitely do a video discussing what that's all about. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me and for checking in to make sure that I'm staying accountable. We will chat again soon. Bye.